Alright, so tonight I'm going to be presenting a strategy for addition known as adjusting the sum. So this strategy involves changing one of our numbers into an easier number to work with and then reversing that change in the sum. So let's start off with 202 plus 335. Now if you want, you can go ahead and try doing that in your head. Go ahead and pause the video, give yourself a moment to try it out. Alright, so what we're going to do is we should notice that 202 is close to an easy number, 200. Alright, how did we get to 200? Well, we subtracted 2. Actually, that should be the other way around. Subtracted 2. Alright, so now we just add 200 plus 335. And what should we get? 535. Alright, now this number is actually a little bit too small because remember, we took away 2 earlier. So we add that back in now, and this is our sum. This 535 would be our sum. 535 plus 2, and we end up with 537. Alright, if you understand that, we can go ahead and move on to the next problem. So our next problem is going to be 198 plus 254. Alright, so again, I'll give you a moment to pause the video. Go ahead and solve that on your own. Alright, so if you're ready, what you should notice is that 198 is close to an easy number, 200. How did we get there? Well, we added 2. Alright, so now we're going to do 200 plus 254. Alright, and we end up with 454. Alright, now we have one last step to do. We need to adjust our sum. So we added 2, so now we need to subtract 2. Right, our number's a little too big, we got to bring it back down. So 454 minus 2 is 452. Alright, so if you got that one, we're going to move on. Alright, so one last problem. Let's try 175 plus 297. I'll give you a moment to pause the video. Go ahead and try solving that. Alright, so at this point you should be noticing, you should be thinking, alright, what's our easy numbers? What numbers are close to our easy numbers? So in this case, 175, not too close to anything that's too easy to work with. How about 297? Yes, this is close to 300. Right? How do we get there? Well, we add 3. So we're going to end up doing 175 plus 300. And what do we get? We're going to get 475. Alright, one last step. We need to adjust our sum. It's a little too big because we added 3 earlier. So now we need to take away 3, bring it back in. So 475 minus 3, and we end up with 472, which is our answer. And so this strategy allows you to solve problems like these, a bit easier, right? We change one of our numbers to something that's easier to work with, and we can just go ahead and do that in our head, and then adjust our number afterwards, back to the correct answer.